Good day, fellow rockers, moshers, and the fine old CD community. I'm J-Dub, and here I'm going to be doing a punk metal tag started by Tommy's Vinyl Knot. Yeah, here I go. I was a little hesitant to do it because with all these metal tags, there's a lot of 2021 related questions, and I'll be honest, I don't really buy or collect a whole lot of 2021 music. So I was kind of a little hesitant. So I am kind of, the first couple questions are a little hairy for me. So we'll kind of get off with that. So the first question Tommy's vinyl tag started with, punk vinyl tag started with, was a new 2021 album you bought, and I didn't really, like I said, I didn't really buy much. I bought like 3 or 4 metal CDs, and that's about it. But I think the newest punk-related album I did buy is just a couple days ago, or about a week ago, I bought Refused's newest album, War Music, on vinyl. It came up at a really good price, like 20 bucks Canadian for me. So I fucking snatched that up. Really, anytime you can get a brand new vinyl for 20 bucks, and I love Refused. So it's not here yet. I can't actually show it, but I'm sure anyone is familiar with the band Refused. This isn't the album, of course. It's called War Music. I don't have it yet, so anyway, let's move on. Next was a reissue that you bought in 2020, a new reissue. Again, I got some metal reissues. I got a Cancer reissue and things like that, so not punk related. I think the newest punk reissue that I have is GBH's No Need to Panic. This is a Czechoslovakia reissue, I think from 2016 and 2018, something like that. So there's that. And then the rest I can probably do fairly well. A 2022 album you're looking forward to. Again, I'm kind of an 80s, 90s kind of snob with a bunch of like punk and hardcore music, right? Obviously punk and hardcore changed due to the second wave bands, Strife and Cro-Mags and things like that. But anyway, so we got, I'm kind of looking more forward to a bunch of like older school thrash bands that are coming out. So we got Violence is coming out with something new, and Violence hasn't put in something out since like 1993, so fucking damn near 30 years, right? And the Coroner's supposed to come out with something new. Razor's supposed to come out with something new, and this Sacred Reich, I do have the last Sacred Reich, but even that new Sacred Reich is going back, I think, 2018, so be excited for those shit. And we got the first punk albums I bought. On CD, I'm not sure, but on vinyl, I recently started collecting vinyl here the last year because I started to go down the obscure rabbit hole so deep that you can't find a lot of stuff on CD. You have to get the vinyl only because a lot of punk and hardcore never got reissued like a lot of metal bands did. So I think the first thing that I got, Swamp Surfers Cheap, that came up, and I ended up getting that. And then we got TMA's Beach Party 2000, good stuff with punk. It's kind of punk hardcore stuff. I guess TMA's a little more punky straight up. And we got a 7-inch. I got my Ray Dead, and I also got a Yuck Mouth here. A 10-inch or an EP. I actually don't have any 10 inches, but I do have an EP. I have a couple EPs. I got a Bloodline EP. I believe this is 93 on this. Again, this is kind of that second, third wave of hardcore when hardcore started shifting out of crossover and kind of into that second wave Strife and Cro-Mags, All Out War, things like that. Murphy's Law, things like that. And a punk compilation. I don't have any punk compilations. I'm not into those punk fucking compilations, and I'm not into metal. I'm not into those compilations, stuff like that. We got 70s punk rock stuff. Obviously, I know I was gonna cheap out and just do Ramones or Clash or nothing like stupid like that, but obviously I think the inventors of kind of punk rock that everyone kind of followed suit with was the Stooges. Funhouse here. I think Funhouse was pretty well the starter of kind of punk rock. Maybe not, obviously, but kind of a lot of people looked at what the Wild Man Iggy was doing and kind of revolutionized punk, and then Ramones did their thing, and everyone started copying the Ramones, so that's kind of the start of punk rock for me. We got some 80s. Oh, and actually, sorry, I also got Nina Hagen here for some 70s punk rock. Not really punk rock, but experimental kind of punk. She's a legendary punker. I believe this is 78, so we are in the 70s with that. We got some 80s hardcore bands. We got Sacred Denial. I believe this is 89, just squeezing in, and yeah, I think by this point, Sacred Denial was probably a little more crossover, hardcore at that point. And I did pull some other crossover here, some Burning. I believe this is this Burning Last Options kind of hardcore, sorry. And then that kind of goes into crossover. So School of Violence is crossover. And we got the side band from Sick of It All, drummer, Rest in Pieces. That's a crossover. And then we got a Friends band. I don't have any Friends band music that I know of. Unless I make some new friends here and we're in bands. So we're skipping that. Number 11. Female, I got tons of female stuff. So we got Naked Aggression. This is 2 EPs rolled into one. They Can't Get Me Down and Keep Your Eyes Open. 2 EPs rolled into one. Awesome stuff. Also got Arm. It's a Kind of War. Yeah, the front cover's not that great, so I kind of just rep the It's a Kind of War part aspect of it. So Arm, It's a Kind of War. Arm, man, Arm is, I really love Arm. Arm is fucking incredible. So ahead of their time. And we got some favorite, some albums from your favorite label. I noticed I have a bunch of We Bite record album labels. So we got Haywire, Abominations from We Bite. Yeah, it's cool stuff. So that's that. And we got some self-release stuff. I can't remember what I have self-released, but so I didn't really pick anything other than I picked Lockjaws, Bought That Farm. This is pretty obscure underground stuff from 1992, I believe, and it's so obscure that it's like printed on paper. Like it's actually printed on paper. Yeah, it says it's on Catal Records, but it's printed on paper. It's like as DIY as you can get right there. And most valuable, again, I don't know what's most valuable. I went on Discogs and kind of shuffled it by highest or lowest or whatever, and I noticed Leeway is still fairly expensive. The Born to Expire, even the CD, the Moshroom, the original Moshroom label CD is not a reissue. This is original from 1988. So Leeway is still fetching a fairly good price. So Born to Expire, super pumped to get that. And I don't know, maybe people may not agree with this, but Prong Force Fed, I've been looking for it for a while, and I finally got it at a really good price. And for me, I still think this Prong Force Fed's kind of rare, and that's kind of more in the crossover stuff. But again, yeah, who cares? And we got some local, most valuable. Yeah, that was most valuable. Now I'm on to local. Local. Local, I didn't pick any. Something I mixed her. Oh, local. Yeah, okay, local. I don't have anything local, but I picked a old school punk hardcore band from 1986, Canada. I'm Canadian, so I picked a Canadian band, maybe not local, but local to my region, I guess. Old school Sudden Impact. I believe this is 1986, and this is just uber fast, aggressive, in your face punk hardcore. So that's what I picked for local. That's why I was confused for a second. We got some fun names. We got that DBF, Disorganized Bunch of Fuckers, and I can't swear on the channel, so I'll go say again, Disorganized Bunch of Fuckers. I think this is 87 on this. It's in the back. Oh, it's 89. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, really, really fast, aggressive, punk hardcore. I probably called it. I have another one called Fucked, F-U-C-K-T, but I don't think I pulled that one. Fun, and then bought from a gig is, I know I went to kind of a modern hardcore, I think I went to, I forget where I got this, but anyway, Born Anew. We got a Born Anew kind of a mini album. I did buy this at the Born Anew. I think they were awesome. People were throwing down. It was a fun show, so I ended up buying that. And we got records to get hyped before a concert. And yeah, I really love my Suck Speed, so I'd probably get pretty hyped for this if I played this before a concert. Day of Light, love that stuff. I pulled out another one too, is I really love this Yeah God. It's kind of a crossover industrial. It's actually in kind of industrial crossover thrash sort of thing. It's just really fun. It's unique. Nothing else from the time sounds like it, really. So this just gets me really hyped too. That stuff's really fun stuff. And kind of the similar question, something you play when you're drunk. Some fun stuff when you're drunk. So probably SGM's Aggression. It's kind of really fun, kind of stupid, silly. Some of the songs are kind of a little silly here near the end, and yeah, it's kind of fun stuff I probably play when I was drunk and get really into that. And there we go. We got our punk metal tag started by Tommy's Vinyl Knot. Thanks for checking it out. Subscribe, mosh, and see you later.